Hello loyalies and welcome to Photoshop. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with this because I recently uploaded this image onto my Facebook and Tumblr, and it was a very popular image. A lot of people were requesting me to make edits for them of the same thing as well. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to teach all of you guys how to do it, and so you can do it yourself. Now I am using Photoshop, and you can get a free trial of that so that if you just wanted to do this particular effect. But yeah, let's get started. So first off, you want to open up your image in Photoshop, and we're going to start off by selecting the layer, and we'll go to Select, Color Range, Shadows. Click OK, and that selects all your shadows. Now if you press Ctrl J, it duplicates the layer but only the selection, so now we just have a layer that is just of the shadows. Now again, with your original image selected, go to Select, Color Range, and Midtones. Click OK, and once again Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, or in this case just duplicate the shadows. The midtones, sorry. Now what we're going to do, we'll take our midtones layer, press Shift Backspace, and choose 50% grey. Click OK. And then our shadows layer, again Shift Backspace, and black. OK. So now we have this image. Now, personally, I don't like this fuzzy grey backgroundy thing that we've got going on here from my wall in the original image. So what we're going to do, we're going to select both these two layers now. I just held Control and clicked the second layer to select them both. Hit Control E to merge them together. And with those merged together, I'm just going to take the eraser tool here and just erase a lot of this grey out, this extra grey, because it's just not necessary. So let's go there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And again, you don't have to do this. In some images, this extra grey in the background does actually look quite good. It looks like a decent part of the image, so it's sometimes worth leaving in. It's just what I would personally be choosing to do with this image. And there we go. Okay, lovely. Now the next stage, nice and simply, is to create two new layers. Just like that. With one layer selected, hit Control Backspace to make it white. It'll only go white if your background color is white. Control Background fills it in with your background color. Control Delete would fill it in with your foreground color. We'll shut that off for now. And our second layer that we created here, we just want to put a layer mask on using the layer mask tool at the bottom here. And now we need to select our highlights and midtones. We want to select everything in this image. So Alt click, no, wrong one, sorry, Control click, there we go. That selects all the pixels in that image. Control C to copy them, and then Alt click on the layer mask on our new layer here. And that just brings up the layer mask on its own, so that's all we can see now. And then Control V to paste, Control D to deselect, and Control I to invert the image. Now with it inverted, you can see there's a bit of a mess over here, so we're going to get rid of that as well. Let's go back to my brush tool and just get rid of some of that. Again, this is just personal preference, it's not something that's necessary in any way at all. Okay, let's move that off a bit. There. Now then, we can shut this layer off now, we don't need that at all, and turn our white layer back on. We want to go to File, New, and make this the same size as our custom image here. And on the new layer, we want to put text. So now I've just got it's just a passage about Einstein, nothing particularly special, you can put whatever you like. And with the text tool selected, I'm using a Gothic font that I've installed myself. You can of course use whatever font you wish. This is just one I quite like, and I'm using size 12. Again, this will vary depending on the size of your image. Make a selection and hit Control V to paste, and then Control V, V, V. Basically just want to fill up that box there. With that filled up, hit the little check mark up there, select our rectangular marquee tool, and just select all our text. This is why we left a border around when we were placing it. With that selected, go to Edit, Define Brush Preset, and I'm just going to name this Tutorial. Okay, and we can actually delete this now completely, just close that and go back to our original image. And on the layer with the layer mask, have that selected. We can go to our brush tool, or just press B on your keyboard to do that. Select the newly made brush. Let's just scale that down a little bit, just for the sake of interesting. And then just paint on our image. I'm just using clicks here. That looks good to me. And now let me just change that off there. Right, once you're done with that, we want to go to the FX down at the bottom here, Gradient Overlay. Now I'm going to be using this one because it's one I keep using for whatever reason, and just change the angle up a bit. You can of course use whatever one you like, it's your picture to do with as you please. Now, final step, again with our brush tool, I want to go back to regular brush here, I like stuff round to make that smaller. We're also going to change the opacity down to about 30%. And this is just to bring out some of the features, because at the moment that could be anyone. We just want to bring out some of the extra features here and there. Oh, hello Demon's Wrath. Bring out my collar a bit and my headphones. And there we go, it's looking a lot more like me. And I think that's done. So if you have any questions, just feel free to comment in the comment below, asking me and let me know what you think. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye!